All right, welcome back to the deep dive.
Yes, welcome back, everyone.
So today we're going to be doing a deep dive into the 2025 college football preseason.
And let me tell you,
Ooh, it's going to be a good one.
it is going to be a season for the history books.
I think so.
A lot going on.
Yeah, we've got a ton of sources, articles, rankings, you name it.
Some insider scoops, even.
Yeah, some insider scoops, all pointing to just a ton of chaos this season.
Chaos, controversies.
Controversies and,
Oh, and the conference realignment.
Oh, don't even get me started on the conference realignment.
Yeah, it's going to be nuts.
It's
So,
huge shakeups.
huge shakeups. Consider this your crash course in all the major storylines.
All the juicy details.
All the potential upsets you need to know.
You're going to be able to walk away from this seasoned expert.
Oh, yeah. You'll be dropping knowledge bombs on all your friends.
Oh, yeah.
About everything from the coaching controversies.
Yeah, and these commissioner decisions. Oh, those commissioner decisions. Yeah, so by the end of this deep dive,
You're going to have the insights.
you'll understand not just what's happening, but why it matters.
Exactly. And maybe even spark some debate along the way.
All right, so let's jump into it. First up,
Conference realignment carnage.
oh, the carnage. So we've got UCF, Florida State, and Cal all heading to the Pac-12.
Big moves.
Big moves. Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech, and Missouri.
They're joining the ACC.
The ACC, okay, and hold on to your hats, because SMU and Arizona State,
They are diving into the SEC.
the SEC, it's wild.
It's a wild, wild west out here.
What do you make of all of this?
Well, on the surface, right, it looks like everybody's scrambling for power and resources.
Sure.
But when you dig a little deeper, you start to see some patterns emerge.
Yeah.
Like, take UCF joining the Pac-12. It's huge.
It's massive for the program.
But it's raising some eyebrows, and I'll tell you why.
Why is that?
Their coach, Matty B. Bosarge,
Oh, Matty B.
he's also the commissioner
Oh, that's right.
of college football.
Okay, so that does add a little bit of intrigue there.
Little layer of intrigue for sure.
It makes you wonder if there's more to this move than meets the eye.
Right.
I mean, are we looking at a potential dynasty in the making here?
Well, I mean, some are saying, right,
Yeah.
that this move is going to give UCF a clear path to another championship.
Yeah, especially since they're not going to be facing those rivals.
Yeah, those old rivals in the regular season.
Yeah.
So it sparks some debate, about the commissioner's role in all of this.
Oh, absolutely.
Historically, conference realignment was all about the money, the TV deals.
Yeah.
But now, you got to wonder, are we seeing more of these personal agendas coming into play?
Yeah. Are we looking at a necessary evil or a slippery slope?
A slippery slope towards conflicts of interest.
That's a great question and one that we'll definitely be revisiting, but for now, let's shift gears and talk about some of the teams that are expected to be, well, top contenders.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech, despite losing to UCF last year.
In the championship game, no less.
They're starting the season ranked number 1.
Number one, so the pressure's on, right?
Absolutely.
To prove that they deserve that top spot.
I mean, losing to the quote-unquote underdog has to sting a little bit.
Gotta sting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they handle that pressure.
For sure.
Speaking of underdogs, UCF, the reigning champs, are starting at number 2.
Number 2.
But they're still playing this "we're just happy to be here" card.
Oh, I love it.
I mean, come on, 3 national titles in a row.
I mean, Matty BB, he is a master.
He's a master.
In controlling the narrative.
Oh, absolutely.
Is this genuine? Is this a mind game?
Who knows?
It's brilliant no matter how you slice it.
It really keeps people guessing.
For sure.
And then you have Virginia Tech at number 3. They're thrilled to be of UCF's shadow.
Yeah.
But now they're facing new challenges in the ACC. What do you think their chances are?
Well, they've got a solid program, but the ACC is tough.
It's a tough conference.
They're going to have to adapt to these new rivals, new style of play.
It's a real test for them.
It is.
Okay, and let's not forget about Houston at number 4.
Oh, Houston, yeah.
They've got that powerhouse defense, but their passing game,
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a question mark.
a little bit of a question mark.
Could this be the year they put it all together?
I mean, could they be a legitimate title contender?
Well, their defense is definitely their strength. I mean, to win a championship, you need that balanced attack.
You got to have it.
So if they can develop that passing game,
They could be a real threat.
yeah, it's something to watch closely.
Okay, so before we jump into all the coaching controversies,
Oh, the conference.
which are already making headlines, I want to get your take, based on everything we've talked about.
Yeah.
Who do you think has the best chance of winning it all?
That's a tough one. On paper, Georgia Tech, they got the talent and the experience, but never underestimate UCF with Matty B at the helm. And Virginia Tech.
They're a dark horse.
Could be a dark horse, yeah.
All right, we'll keep that in mind as we move on to the next chapter of this saga, because it's time to talk about the coaches.
The coaches.
And some of the, shall we say, interesting situations they found themselves in.
Oh, yeah.
We've got Missouri at number 13.
Okay.
They've produced 6 straight Heisman winners.
Wow.
But they can't seem to win a national championship.
That's right.
Some are saying their coach, DV, is a big reason why.
It's a strange situation, you know?
Yep.
He's a brilliant offensive mind, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But there are rumors that he's been coaching from a hospital bed lately.
Wait, from a hospital bed?
From a hospital bed, yeah.
That's unusual.
It is unusual.
Well, is there any truth to that?
Well, apparently, and these are just reports,
Yeah.
but he's been indulging a little too heavily in the gummies.
Oh, no.
And it's affecting his ability to, be on the sidelines.
Wow. That's a bizarre story.
It's bizarre.
And it really does raise some questions.
It does.
About his leadership and the team's focus.
Yeah. I mean, this raises a bigger question, right?
Absolutely.
About the pressure these coaches face, the win-at-all-costs mentality.
Are we pushing some of these guys to the breaking point?
Yeah, and it's not just Missouri. We're seeing this across the country.
Absolutely.
Coaches are struggling to balance the demands of the job and their personal lives.
Yeah.
It's high stakes.
High stakes.
And the pressure is immense.
It really is. And speaking of pressure, let's talk about California, ranked number 14, and their coach, Kyle. He's facing accusations of relying on cheese tactics.
Cheese tactics, right?
Something he allegedly picked up from, you guessed it, Coach DV at Missouri.
Oh, boy.
So, first of all, what are cheese tactics, and why are they causing such a stir?
Okay, so cheese tactics, basically exploiting loopholes in the rules.
Okay.
Not technically illegal,
Okay.
but ethically questionable.
So winning at all costs, even if it means bending the spirit of the game a little bit.
Exactly. It's created this whole debate.
Yeah.
What's acceptable when you're trying to win?
So it's like finding a way to win without actually cheating, but it still feels...
Yeah, a little icky, right?
Yeah, a little icky.
And it's not just about winning, it's about the integrity of the game.
Right.
Are we willing to sacrifice fair play for a few extra wins?
That is a tough question, and one that doesn't have an easy answer. But it's clear this is going to be a major talking point all season long.
It is.
And to make things even more complicated. There's a personal rivalry brewing.
Oh, I love this.
Between Coach Kyle and SMU's Coach Todd.
Okay.
Apparently, Coach Todd is now dating Coach Kyle's ex-girlfriend.
Oh, come on. You can't make this stuff up.
Oh, it's like a real-life soap opera.
It's adding fuel to the fire.
With more touchdowns.
Exactly. And you know what? It adds another layer of complexity to an already unpredictable season.
Okay, so we've got a commissioner who might be playing favorites, a coach coaching from a hospital bed, and a love triangle that could rival anything on daytime TV.
This is great.
Where do we go from here? What other surprises does this season have in store for us?
Well, before we delve into those surprises, we need to talk about some tech upgrades and a shower scandal that's rocking one of the most storied programs in college football.
Oh, this is where it gets really interesting.
Tech upgrades and a shower scandal, huh? Lay it on me.
Okay, so Arizona State, they're ranked number 12, right? Playoff aspirations, all that.
Right.
They've been operating on dial-up internet.
Wait, what?
Dial-up?
In 2025.
In 2025, can you believe it?
I mean, that's almost unheard of these days, right?
It's crazy.
It just goes to show you, though, how important technology has become in college football.
Oh, absolutely, especially for recruiting.
Oh, yeah.
So get this. Their new fiber optic internet, it's sponsored by...
By?
SMU's Coach Todd.
No way.
Yes.
The same Coach Todd who's dating Coach Kyle's ex.
The one and only.
Wow, this is juicy.
I know, right? It's like, on the one hand, you've got this rivalry.
His bitter rivalry.
On the field, off the field, and then on the other hand, you have this gesture.
It's almost like peace offering.
Right.
It makes you wonder what Coach Todd's playing at, right?
Is this a mind game? Is he trying to be the good guy?
Who knows?
It's a question for the ages, I think.
It does bring up a good point, though, about technology in college football.
Yeah.
I mean, we often focus on the physical side of things.
The strength, the speed.
But technology, it's becoming more and more important behind the scenes, especially in recruiting.
Absolutely. Video calls, online scouting reports.
Virtual reality tours, all that.
It's a whole new world.
It is.
And for a program like Arizona State that was behind the times, this is huge for them.
Game changer.
It levels the playing field.
It does.
So Coach Todd, he might be making headlines for his off-field antics.
Yeah.
But he's also shaking things up in the tech world.
Unintentionally, of course.
Unintentionally, but still, I mean, talk about unintended consequences.
It just goes to show you, you never know how things are going to play out.
It's college football, baby.
Anything can happen.
Speaking of intrigue, let's talk about Florida State. They're unranked this year.
Unranked.
But they've got a new coach, McCringleberry.
McCringleberry, yeah, he's trying to reboot the program.
After that, well, scandal in his previous job.
The infamous shower incident.
Oof. It really makes you think a coach's personal life can have such a huge impact on the program, the morale.
Recruiting, too.
Recruiting, yeah. How do you even begin to rebuild trust after something like that?
Transparency, accountability.
Yeah.
He's got to acknowledge what happened, take responsibility.
And show that he's learned from it.
Exactly. He's got to convince the players, current and future.
That Florida State is a program they can believe in.
A program that's committed to winning the right way.
It's a tall order.
It is.
But if anyone can do it, it's Coach McCringleberry. He's got that charisma.
Yeah, he can connect with players.
But he's definitely got an uphill battle ahead of him.
Oh, yeah. Reputation matters, and rebuilding trust, that takes time.
It does. So let's recap. We've got a commissioner who might be playing favorites.
Okay.
A coach coaching from a hospital bed.
Check.
A love triangle fueling an already intense rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
A program trying to catch up in the tech race.
Yep.
And another program trying to overcome a scandal.
Is there anything else this season could possibly throw at us?
I mean, it's college football, right? You would think that's enough drama for one season.
You would think so.
But we haven't even talked about the players yet.
No players, that's right.
We've been so caught up in the coaching drama and the conference shakeups that we've almost forgotten about the guys who are out there on the field.
They're the ones making the magic happen.
Exactly. So let's talk about some of these rising stars who could be difference makers this season. It's easy to get lost in all that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But you're right, the players.
We need players.
So let's talk about some of these individual talents.
Who could have a major impact?
Yeah.
A lot of young talent out there.
There is.
But one name that jumps out to me right away.
Yeah.
Is Missouri's running back Vic.
Vic, he's a Heisman contender for sure.
He is, no question about it.
But he's also playing for a team with, well, a bit of a strange history.
A strange history.
6 straight Heisman winners.
Can't win a championship, though.
Can't win the big one. It's almost like...
It's like they're cursed or something.
I know, right? Do you think Vic can break that curse?
It's tough to say. The talent is definitely there, but the coaching situation, we talked about it.
It's unconventional. That's putting it lightly.
It's putting it lightly.
With Coach DV coaching from a hospital bed.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. It's hard to imagine that team having the stability to go all the way.
It's a shame, really. You got this potential superstar, but the team might be holding them back.
So then that makes you wonder, right? Is it better to be a Heisman winner on a mediocre team or a national champion who maybe doesn't get all the individual awards?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's a tough one, I think.
Individual achievement versus collective success, right?
Absolutely.
It's a team sport. You can only go so far on your own.
You need that strong foundation, that cohesive unit.
Exactly.
And speaking of teams trying to find that balance, we got to talk about California. They're ranked 14th.
Their highest ranking ever.
And a lot of that success can be attributed to Coach Kyle's.
Let's just say creative coaching style.
Creative. We talked about those cheese tactics, right? And how they've really sparked a debate about the ethics of winning.
Winning at all costs.
At all costs. It's one thing to find loopholes.
But is it okay to sacrifice the integrity of the game?
That's the question.
That's the question.
Right. So how long can California sustain this success?
If their foundation is built on, well, questionable tactics.
Are they going to face a backlash?
From the NCAA, from other coaches.
It's a slippery slope for sure.
It is.
It'll be interesting to see how Coach Kyle navigates all of this.
For sure.
Is he going to keep pushing the boundaries?
Or is he going to realize that
true success comes from
talent, strategy, and sportsmanship?
It's a tough spot to be in.
It is, especially in college football, with all that pressure to win.
Yeah, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture sometimes.
It is. That's why it's so important to have these conversations.
About ethics, about sportsmanship.
We need to define what's acceptable and what's not.
And hold these coaches accountable.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the 2025 college football preseason, let's recap some key takeaways for our listeners.
All right, so first, conference realignment. It's changing everything.
Absolutely.
New power dynamics are emerging. It's going to be a whole new bowl game.
And second, keep an eye on the coaches.
They're more than just play callers.
They're shaping the culture, influencing the next generation.
Their decisions have a ripple effect.
And finally, don't forget about the players.
They're the heart and soul of this sport.
Look beyond the stats. Look beyond the rankings.
There's a whole world of passion and talent out there.
This is going to be an unforgettable season. I can feel it.
Drama, intrigue, surprises.
It's all on the table, so buckle up, enjoy the ride.
And remember, this is just the beginning.
We'll be back soon with more insights, more analysis.
Until then, keep exploring.
Keep learning and keep diving deep.